Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow Akim, the fellow laborers. Confusion of face, Akim joined unto our ranks. To the Akwaf that's listening and learning. To the hopefully elect. Shalom. This is just going to be a quick video, a quick hit on a topic that comes up every day. Esau, the nation of Edom. And this story, well, you know what? Let me open with a scripture. This is Obadiah 4, and it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and the eagle has been the moniker, the sign of Esau, Edom, since Greece and Rome, and every Edomite society up all the way up until America, whether it be the Russians, the French, the Germans, the Spanish, the Hungarians, the Czechs, the Americans. They exalt themselves as the eagle. That's their animal sign. All right, so this was a major prophecy and clue. It said, though thou set thy nest among the stars, which means weapons, that word nest. And Esau, he's never went to the moon. That's a lie, which is easy to prove. But just all you have to do is just look up the Van Allen belt. Their scientists have already admitted that it's impossible to travel through it. All right? They should have thought about releasing that information after they fabricated their lie, but that's what Esau does. Okay? But they do have space stations and things of that nature. They have traveled up until, where there's zero gravity, and they've put things up there. That's why things sometimes get caught in the Earth's gravitational pull and come crashing back down the Earth. So they set weapons up there. All right, they fulfilled that prophecy. So, for you that the Edomites are the Arabs don't have space stations. Okay, the Edomites do. All right, and it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Okay? He said, thence will he bring them down. And they've been falling ever since. Now let me jump back to verse 2. And it reads, behold, I'm going to start at verse 1, but the point is in verse 2. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. So, let's put my Bible into the frame. And it says behold, I've made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. And who are the heathen? The nations, the other races. I had to show you that before I, give you this story. All right. So, this says, college has safe space for white people where whites aren't allowed. Did you hear that? In America. And when you zoom in and when you look at the people, the safe space was for people of color. Not necessarily black or brown, so-called, but Asians. And as a matter of fact, this whole thing was hosted and set up by a Elamite, who you were ignorantly referred to as an East Indian. All right? So you had East Indians, different Asians, different ethnic people, Hispanic and so-called black. And this story is gaining a lot of momentum and all over social media. But what it's showing you is that this truly is indeed the time of the end of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The Apostle Ramlat did a live stream that I was watching for a while earlier today. And basically he was just telling that time is up. And it tells you that in the book of Job, that they have Let's see if I can find that. That they have a line that they just cannot and will not pass. Okay. I think it's 14, I believe. 14 and yes, this is Job 14 and 5, and it says, seeing his days are determined, and the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. And he won't. Every nation and every people, every kingdom was given an appointed time to rule under the sun. All right? And America has given its time, and America's time is run out. America's on its last moments of rulership. And America has been ruled by the so-called white man, who are the biblical Edomites. All right? So let's let some of this video play.
Last week, there were some protests and resignations at Claremont McKenna College. And since then, these safe spaces for students with students of marginalized identities have been popping up all over the campuses of Claremont.
Marginalized identities, different ethnic people, the nations, prophecy being fulfilled. The nations of the earth are sick and tired of you pale Edomites, you devils, you deceivers. That's what devil means. It means deceivers. All right, and all your lies and your Christianity, your colonialized plantation Christianity, which has lied and made you the great everything, when the only thing you're great at doing is robbing and stealing of heritage and putting labels upon yourself that are false. All right, everyone great in history, you've made yourself, and half the time you weren't even in the lands or the places where these things took places. What certain events took place.
Colleges, and after protesters called for action, the president of the colleges, Hiram Shadash, stated his commitment to providing a permanent safe space for students of color.
So this Indian guy, the president of this Claremont independent group, was dedicated to this place being what?
In the near future. And until that happens, students of Claremont McKenna College have dedicated part of their office as a safe space for these students. The group Associated Students of Claremont McKenna College have dedicated part of their office as a temporary space. Last week, the Motley Coffee House at Scripps College put out a statement on its official Facebook page saying the Motley Sitting Room will be open tonight from 6 to 10 only for people of color and allies that they invite. Please feel free to come and use the space for whatever you need, blah, 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 blah.
So basically what he just said, that if any ally, anyone who's not of color would be an ally, means someone who supports that. Okay? So, talking about Edomites. So let's read what type of Edomites are going to turn on Edom and what you're seeing. Let's read about it. That's prophesied as well. All right? This is Job 27 and 15. And it reads, those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. His widows, his women. Edomite women are tired of Edomite men as well. Because I'm not going to say each and every Edomite woman, but many of them are. And the facts that so many of them are having babies by different men of color and in relationships with men of color, and just sick and tired of the chauvinistic lies and bullshit which is put on by Edomite men, and how everything has favored into them, and they know of the lies and the false history and and things of that nature, and quite frankly, I think that just in their spirits they know that there's going to be a recompense for it, and they're just kind of upset that they have to pay for what these men have done. And and in a video that I did 2-3 videos ago, the young lady who all the confusion on the video was about, was she an Edomite or not? she could be, she could not be. You know, she just kind of has some characteristics that were just strange for an Edomite. But more than likely, she actually is an Edomite. But that's neither here or there. But she clearly had issues with Edomite men. They're hated. They're hated of their own, mainly their women. All right, and I've often heard Apostle Gabar say that you can tell the state of a nation by the way of its women. And when you look at, you know, the Israelite woman collectively, you know, that's how you know we're ruined and we need deliverers. Okay? All right? But they're going through things that we're going through, and they're supposedly on the top. Okay? Because this never would have happened in America in the 1950s, 1930s, 1940s, and 50s. Hell, they was hanging Negroes at will. Hispanics at will, natives at will, all through the early parts of the 1900s, 1800s. That's what they were doing. And, you know, the consent, you know, or should I say that the feeling towards them is pretty much universal among the nations of color. When you actually, especially once you get them to talk, once you make them feel secure, you know, that they can speak freely, they'll tell you how they really feel, man. Let's check this out.
Go ahead. What? You got something against that, dog?
No, we're
Go
eating.
back to your fucking.
We don't have
then
any
eat.
problems.
Eat. Put your fucking phone down before I'll break your fucking phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Mind your own fucking business.
Okay, we're done. We're
You know
done.
what? You know what I don't like? Dumb white people like you guys.
All right, I'm sorry.
Fuck you guys, because you guys fucking took this land from us. Fuck white people. Fuck.
Hey, that was a Japhite, a Samoan in Hawaii. Okay? That was what you were witnessing, you know? An angry man, angry at these Edomites who are on his land, living deliciously. All right? While he's, you know, struggling, broken, poor on his own land. That's a sentiment that the nations have towards you. Okay? Job 19 and 27. And it reads, the heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and it has. Close to 500 deaths a day from drugs, low birth rates, and suicides. That's coming from on high. The same way that the Black Plague took out the Moors and took out the Negroes in Europe during the Dark Ages. All right? And then Edomites took over and then started claiming that was their land and they were from there, which is a lie. It's an easy thing to research. If you believe that they're white people from Europe, you fell for the lies, man. All right? But the Lord wiped out the Moors and allowed the Edomites to, because it was their time to rule. They had to fulfill their prophecy. And now their wickedness is coming to an end. I read again. Job 19:27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of the wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by power. All right? So let's let this angry Japhite speak a little bit more.
You fucking.
don't have
then
any
eat.
problems.
Eat. Put your fucking phone down before I'll break your fucking phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Mind your own fucking business.
Okay, we're done. We're
You know
done.
what? You know what I don't like? Dumb white people like you guys.
All right, I'm sorry.
Fuck you guys, because you guys fucking took this land from us. Fuck white people. Fuck white people.